Welcome back, Sacred Soul of Scorpio. I'm Selena, and if these words have found their way to you in this exact moment, know this: it is no coincidence. This is a gentle whisper from the universe, guiding you to the threshold of something long awaited. You've come far, Scorpio, and today, on May 27th, you are standing at the final doorway of an old chapter that no longer holds your name. Perhaps you've already felt it, that subtle yet undeniable shift. Not loud, not dramatic, but quietly certain, like an exhale you didn't know you were holding. It's the kind of change that doesn't announce itself with fireworks, but with an inner knowing that something within you has outgrown the past. The fears that once kept you small, the patterns that once kept you safe, they are dissolving now. Not because you're running, but because you finally remembered your power. Today is not about pushing forward with force. It's about presence, about trusting that where you are, right here, right now, is sacred ground. The universe is not asking you to rush or to fix. It's asking you to feel, to pause long enough to notice the doorway that's been quietly waiting for your readiness. And in the journey ahead, we'll explore the areas that are lighting up under this shift: your finances, your relationships, your purpose, your peace. So take a breath, Scorpio. The next chapter is not just arriving. It's rising from within you. The door is open now. And what's waiting on the other side is a version of you more whole, more clear, and more aligned than ever before. Money has long been a quiet undercurrent of tension in your life, Scorpio, not always visible on the surface, but present in the way you second-guess your instincts or hold your breath before opening certain emails. But today, something begins to shift. A subtle current of movement is being restored. Financial messages you've been waiting for, offers, approvals, confirmations, are beginning to make their way to you. And they come not with chaos, but with clarity. Pay attention to the numbers 6, 14, and 33. They may appear as gentle markers along the path, reminding you that luck often arrives in whispers, not shouts. But remember, the true gift today isn't just a paycheck or a windfall. It's the inner exhale. The lightness that comes when you're no longer held hostage by old fears about not having enough, not doing enough, not being enough. A significant financial decision may present itself today, but you are no longer the person who chooses from survival mode. You've done the work. You've shed the stories that told you scarcity was your truth. So when this opportunity arrives, whether in the form of an investment, a job offer, or a long-delayed payment, you'll know what to do. Not because the numbers are perfect, but because your intuition is finally quiet enough to hear your soul's yes. Let that guide you now. Not fear, not pressure, but the steady voice of clarity you've earned. Scorpio, today's celestial alignment places you at a crossroads, not one of urgency, but of quiet recognition. With Mars still casting a determined influence in your professional zone, and the moon making a subtle trine to Saturn, the message is clear: you are not here to prove anything anymore. The energy surrounding your career today is less about conquest and more about sovereignty. You are being called to shift from reaction into grounded authority. If others question your direction or challenge your voice, let their doubts be theirs to carry. You've done enough shadow work to know what is yours and what belongs to someone else's projection. Your chart today highlights the importance of firm boundaries and silent confidence. You don't have to correct the narrative. The momentum you've built will soon speak for itself. As Mercury begins to gain speed after its recent retrograde phase, communication flows more easily now. Keep your ears open. An old contact, delayed email, or shelved opportunity may resurface in a new light. By the end of the day, a window may open, a chance to step into a role or project that aligns more deeply with your values. You may not have seen it coming, but that's often the nature of Scorpio's journey. The most aligned breakthroughs arrive after a period of stillness and inner recalibration. Trust the timing. Trust your preparation. The universe is not late. It's precise. And right now, it's moving in your favor. Scorpio, today's astrology brings a gentle yet profound message. Surrender is not weakness. It is medicine. With the moon drifting through your introspective 12th house and forming a subtle aspect to Neptune, you may feel an invisible weight pressing on your shoulders, even if you haven't done anything exhausting in the traditional sense. That's because your mind has been working overtime, revisiting old stories, anticipating every outcome, trying to manage the unmanageable. This cosmic configuration invites you to pause, not as an escape, but as a sacred act of restoration. Your nervous system is asking for stillness, not silence from the world, but a softening within. If you've been feeling unusually tired, foggy, or unmotivated, it's not a failure of willpower. It's a sign that your inner world needs tending. You've carried too much in your psyche for too long. Today is ideal for releasing overstimulation. Limit your time on social media. Step away from the noise that keeps your nervous system on high alert. Instead, lean into gentle movement, a walk in nature, deep breathing, or simply laying still with your hand over your heart. The healing isn't in doing more. It's in allowing your body to remember what peace feels like. You don't need to fix yourself today. You only need to listen. And when you do, you'll realize your vitality hasn't left you. It's just been waiting for the space to return. Let that space open now. Scorpio, the skies today suggest the possibility of unexpected developments within your home or close emotional relationships. With Uranus continuing its slow, evolutionary journey through your 7th house of personal connections, and the moon activating sensitive angles in your natal chart, you may receive surprising news from a family member or sense a shift in the emotional atmosphere of your household. It may come as a text message that stirs something long buried, a conversation you didn't see coming, or a sudden realization about your role within your closest circles. At first, this disruption may feel destabilizing. Scorpios are deeply loyal, and when relational dynamics shift, it can trigger your protective instincts. But lean in, not with resistance, but with curiosity. The truth is, this change is not here to break what's sacred. It's here to clear what's stagnant. A karmic cycle within your familial story may be reaching a turning point, and your presence, your calm, centered presence, is more powerful than you realize in guiding it forward. There's healing energy behind this movement, even if it arrives through discomfort. You may be called to reevaluate old patterns. Where have you stayed silent to keep the peace? Where have you carried emotional weight that was never fully yours? Today offers an opening to reframe your place in the family constellation, not by force, but by soft clarity. It's a day for listening deeply, responding slowly, and recognizing that sometimes stepping back is not retreat. It's grace. If emotions run high, don't meet fire with fire. Instead, anchor into the deeper current: love, history, forgiveness. Your ability to see what lies beneath the surface is your greatest gift. And today, that gift may allow something long buried to be seen, honored, and finally let go. Whatever unfolds, trust this. It's not random. The universe is helping you realign with your truth and reweave the threads of connection in a way that brings more freedom, not less. Stay open. Something sacred is being rewritten, not just around you, but within you. Today, Scorpio, your emotional landscape finds natural harmony with the water signs that speak your soul's language without needing translation. Cancer and Pisces in particular offer a kind of wordless empathy, a shared undercurrent of depth that makes you feel seen even in your silence. With Cancer, there may be a soft, nurturing energy that reminds you it's safe to rest your armor. With Pisces, a dreamy and spiritual resonance might emerge, encouraging you to release control and trust in divine timing. Both signs have the ability to meet you where words fail, sensing the truth beneath your composed exterior and holding it with compassion. On the other hand, Aquarius may come into your field with ideas that disrupt your usual way of thinking. Their energy may initially feel detached or unpredictable, a challenge to your emotionally intense nature, but don't dismiss their input too quickly. Sometimes, the very perspectives that stretch us beyond comfort are the ones that open the most important doors. If you're willing to stay present through the friction, Aquarius can help illuminate truths you hadn't yet considered. This dynamic may not feel immediately soothing, but it holds the potential for intellectual and spiritual expansion. As for energetic support, today's most aligned color for you is indigo, a deep, mysterious shade that reflects both your psychic sensitivity and your ability to transform from the inside out. Indigo is the color of insight, spiritual awareness, and inner sovereignty. Wearing it, meditating with it, or even simply surrounding yourself with this tone can amplify your intuition and help ground you in moments of emotional intensity. It reminds you that wisdom isn't always loud. Sometimes it whispers from the quiet corners of your inner knowing. Let yourself be drawn to the energy of those who feel like home and remain curious toward those who challenge your edges. Both serve a purpose in your journey today. And remember, your resonance is your compass. Follow what feels honest, expansive, and true. If you feel called to align more deeply with the flow of abundance today, Scorpio, the stars offer you not just insight, but a practice. With Jupiter continuing its expansive influence and Venus harmonizing with grounding Earth energies, this is an ideal moment to reconnect with your power to attract, not through striving, but through sacred intention. One way to invite prosperity is by creating a small, intentional ritual to clear stagnant energy and signal to the universe that you are open to receiving. Begin by finding a quiet space where you can be fully present. Light a candle, ideally in a shade of green, gold, or deep indigo, and write down 3 things you're grateful for financially, even if they seem small. Then write down one clear financial intention for the near future, something that feels both exciting and aligned. Hold the paper in your hands and visualize it already being true. Feel what it would feel like to receive it, not just the outcome, but the peace, the freedom, the confidence. Then speak aloud a simple affirmation such as, I am open to receiving wealth with ease, and I trust that what is meant for me will find me in divine timing. Place the paper under the candle or somewhere meaningful to you, your altar, your wallet, or your journal. Let it be a quiet reminder that you are not chasing abundance, but magnetizing it through clarity, gratitude, and aligned energy. The stars can open the door, Scorpio, but your presence, your still, magnetic presence, is what invites abundance to stay. And so, dear Scorpio, as this day unfolds, remember, you are not who you were yesterday, and you are not yet who you are becoming. You are in the sacred in-between, a liminal space where endings soften and new beginnings quietly begin to bloom. The stars are not demanding action from you today. They are offering stillness, clarity, and choice. Let yourself be guided by what feels real, not what feels urgent. Trust in your emotional intelligence. Trust in the timing that has never truly failed you. Whether it's love softening an old wound, a financial door creaking open, or a moment of peace found in the simplest breath, all of it is part of the unfolding. You're not behind. You're right on time. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to like, subscribe, and share your reflections in the comments. I love hearing how these cosmic messages land in your life. It reminds me that we're walking this path together. Until next time, Scorpio, keep listening to your soul, keep honoring your transformation, and above all, keep shining in your own quiet, powerful way. I'll see you in the next reading.